Hey guys, I am back with my budgeting video for my paycheck from April 22nd, 2022. I am super late, and not just late with like uploading, but late with actually doing my budget and paying my bills. It's Tuesday night at like 8:03. So yeah, super behind. Let's see if I can get this all filmed before my phone says that it's full again, like last time, shall we? So I have like a vaguely good reason for being so late with doing this. On Saturday, I was dragon boat racing. I'm sure I have told you guys that I dragon boat. I tell everybody that I dragon boat. So I dragon boat on a team. We race. It was our first regatta of the season, and it was a all-day race festival. So like 4 races in the day. It was absolutely amazing. We won bronze in Division A. I actually here really quick, not that any of you are going to care, it's like the only festival that does what is it, a wood plaque, jeepers, I can't think of the word, and I won it. this you know, it hangs around your neck. I've completely lost the word. This is ridiculous, but it's the only one that does it made out of wood. It's like they say hand carved, but I'm sure it's like a laser or something. But yeah, usually they're made out of metal. So we were racing and we won, and I am woefully out of shape because then on the Sunday I was basically just at home dying because all my muscle groups were just dying. So I had intended to do the budget and film and everything on the Sunday, and I just spent it kind of being a bump on the couch. I did nothing. But you know, sometimes you just got to do it. And then yesterday after work I had practice, so I couldn't do it then, so we have tonight. So I'm starting, this is how much my paycheck was, $1,663.44. I have a different amount of money in my bank account right now because I got my tax refund and some other stuff happened, but I don't want to touch any of that money because the bank made a mistake when they deposited my check, and they put it in as if the check was more than it was by like hundreds of dollars. And they're like, oh, we'll have to fix it. It'll take up to 4 weeks. So like at some point, money that isn't mine, so should have never been in my account, will be taken out of my account, but I don't know when, and it's leaving me a little bit nervous. So I'm just like not touching the money. So I'm doing all of my budget just based on what my paycheck was so that I don't accidentally dip into the rest. Okay, that explanation out of the way. I am still pulling out the stat and then also the vacation money that I get paid out every paycheck. And my question about stat pay got answered and yet not, because I'm pretty sure this is the paycheck that covered the stat long weekend. Was it? No, the next one is the one that covers the stat long weekend. So that'll be the one where I see if like the paycheck is a smaller amount or not, because they're all kind of roughly around this amount, which I appreciate the consistency. My last company tended to take all of your stuff out of one paycheck, and then the other one in the month, not as much stuff came out. So you had one that was always bigger than the other, and I didn't like that because I found it awkward to work with. Okay, so I've taken out half of rent, the percentage of money on the paycheck that is stat pay, and then the percentage that's my vacation accrual. Then my student loan payment, which I'm gonna have to do some kind of a tracker to show you guys where that's sitting at, because shoot, I am making big strides with that. But I am so incredibly happy with it, and every time I go on to the website to take a look at and see what the new balance is, which let me tell you is often, I get all excited, and then I'm like, I can't really explain it or like share it with you because I don't have it in front of me when I'm doing this, right? So I'm gonna have to actually write something down. It's crazy, like the concentrated effort that I'm making to pay it off, how well it's going. Now that I've said that, I have just cursed it. I'm well aware. So, you know, let's see what the universe brings me. My writing is so messy because I'm kind of panicked about the camera, well, the phone. So taking the student loan payment of $137.07, my sinking funds for $120. My cell phone bill is back down to where it's supposed to be, which is great. Oh, I finally talked to the bank about figuring out why my my bank account fees every month were so high. I think I mentioned it way back about how they were so high and I couldn't figure out why, and they weren't the same amount every month, but every month they were high. Just some months were worse than others. And I called in and I asked, and it turned out that at one point when I was budgeting using cash, so I very rarely was swiping my debit card, I changed my bank account to one that had lower monthly fees. And it did that because it gave you a specific amount of debit transactions that you could do within the month, and anything over that was $1.25 per transaction. Well, the world started opening up again, people started shopping, plus every bill payment counted as a debit transaction. Every time I bought something off of Amazon, like anything like that, it wasn't just an in-the-store debit purchase, which is kind of what I thought it was. So I mean, that's my bad, that's totally on me. So I changed my bank account to, I don't remember what it's called, but it basically is like the next tier up. So it gives me unlimited for my debit transactions, and it's still under 20 bucks a month, which is way better than the 50 something I was tending to be getting charged. So that's good. I'm a little bit salty that I have to pay them just for them to hold my money when I don't have that much money. It's not like they're doing a lot of work with my money, but I guess that is the nature of the game. So I'm putting $40 for gas. I'm trying not to have more than half a tank in the, half a tank in the SUV right now, because theoretically any day now my new SUV will be coming in, and like I said before, I don't want to trade in my current one with a whole bunch of gas in it because gas is so expensive. So I'm kind of keeping it low. I don't anticipate going anywhere this week except for Dragon Boat practice and work, and then like grocery shopping, so I don't have any like extra trips planned. So the amount of gas I have in my tank right now should get me through to the end of the week and then partially into next week. So I figure 40 bucks should be good. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but we're almost halfway through the first week of this pay period. So I think I'm gonna be okay with 40 bucks because I'll put that in somewhere later in the week or beginning of next week. And then $50 set aside for my parents' housekeeper. Then my additional student loan payment. There's that. And then 50 bucks for food. Now, because I'm doing this budget so late in the week, I have already grocery shopped. I have already put gas in the tank. I already pulled out the money for my parking. I pull out $80 every paycheck to go towards parking because I like to pay that in cash instead of tapping my debit card. But I already pulled it all out because I needed it. So this is going to be missing some things, or have like smaller amounts, like 50 bucks for food, because like I've already done for this week. So, you know, that's why it looks a little bit different. $25 for my Wealthsimple investing. And then my savings challenge. And then I'm putting 20 on my Visa. Now, you will not believe what happened. My computer blew a fuse. I didn't even know that was a thing that was possible, but it turns out that it is. So it was very much on the outs, and when I contacted my computer repair place, they were just like, yeah, that's gonna cost more than it's worth to fix, don't even bother. And I kind of panicked, and I may have gone and bought a computer on my Visa card. So there's that. So the Visa is most definitely racked back up there again. But I've got my tax refund, as well as when I told my parents about the computer, I was just kind of venting at them and sort of like, I can't believe like just so many expenses lately, right? Like the broken phone, cat surgery, now a laptop, or yeah, a laptop. It was just like, seriously. So they very, very kindly e-transferred me some money so that I could buy the laptop, and then I can pay them back, they said, once I'm done paying my student loan, which is amazing because that means I don't have to divert my focus from paying that down, and they're not going to charge me interest, but I'll still pay them back extra anyways because I mean, they're my parents. But yeah, so I bought the laptop. Now the money that they gave me, because they e-transferred it over and then I couldn't get to the store because it was like the Easter long weekend for a couple days. And so it was sort of sitting there, and then it got me thinking, leave it there? There's like a whole backstory, because basically like the car, I was pre-approved for financing, but I don't know if, because it's been so long since I put a deposit down, it was way last summer to now, if they're going to redo the finance check before like everything goes through. I don't really know. So I want to make sure that like my bank accounts look all nice and flush and healthy. So I've been trying to sort of keep them full. Do you know what I mean? Like, but still pay my bills. So I was like, I'm going to keep that money in the bank account so that it looks as if I've just got more like disposable income than I really do. And then when I got the tax refund, again, that money is sitting in the bank account, just sort of looking as if I'm richer than I am, in the hopes of like convincing the finance people with the car stuff that like I'm good. I mean, I know I'm good. I know I'll be able to make the payments, but sometimes you have to convince others of that, So it's just sort of sitting there. I'm going to move it into one of the savings accounts so I don't accidentally spend it. But it does mean that I'm not panicking about the credit card, because once the vehicle comes, which my car guy says sometime this week, but it's been supposedly coming for like half a year now, so I don't know that I believe him. But once it comes and the financing stuff is all done, then I can just like move that over onto the credit card. So it's like a whole thing. Okay, so this is the budget. I have $299.50 left over, which is some kind of a miracle. But I guess it's because like I already took out some stuff, so really I would have been like in the negative. So we're just not going to talk about that. I have not filled out anything else in the book yet because I wanted to sit down and just do the budget. So I'm going to go fill out this stuff and the expense tracker, and then I will come back and show you when it's all completed. See you in a minute. Okay, so I thought that I would start us at the back of the book, mostly because I did the check marks last and my ink hasn't dried yet. So I'm trying to stop this from happening again. So I have everything checked off for the month except for the housekeeping, because she hasn't actually done the housekeeping yet, so I have not sent her money yet. And of course, I don't have anything, I say of course, not of course, but I don't have anything checked off for donations because I'm trying to do a donation once every 3 months. Now, my mom has asked for her birthday present, which is in May, for a donation to like relief efforts for the Ukraine. So I'll be doing that, but technically like that'll happen in May because that's when her birthday is. Let's start just going from the back forward, I guess. Debt trackers, so 20 bucks on the Visa, 100 on the line of credit. I think I'm gonna stop filling those out because like I keep reusing or like adding more debt and then paying off. It's not like it's just tracking as I'm like slowly making the debt smaller, like with my student loan, but I don't put the balance for the student loan. So I think I'm gonna maybe stop those ones, and then I'll pick it back up again when I'm making a concentrated effort to get it down. Do you know what I mean? Like permanently down. Over here, the student loan, $51 and $137.07. I actually have an additional payment in there of $750 that I made in between the 8th and the 26th, but I can't remember the exact date, and my phone is what I'm using to record, but that's also how I access my bank app, so I'll have to go and find it later. In the travel one, I'm continuing with putting not only my sinking fund money, the 40 bucks, but also the vacation and the stat percentages in there, so that's coming up quite nicely. But I may be using that for like normal expenses on the next paycheck if it's smaller because of the stat days. I don't know, we're gonna have to see how that one works. The savings challenge, the $53 as per the usual. Dragon boating, 40 bucks. I'm gonna have to pay my fees soon, so this is gonna be depleted pretty quickly. And my emergency fund, 40 bucks, so that's up to $1,834.14, which brings me comfort. Over here, let's see, My phone bill, I guessed it was going to be back down to $72.80. It was a smidge higher at $75.53. No biggie. I made a mistake when I was writing here, but I just filled in the 50 for food, 40 for gas. Down at the bottom, I wrote down the bill payments, well, like to the Visa student loan and line of credit. Where did I, oh yeah, so up there, I just said it. Never mind. Over here, I filled in paycheck, savings stuff. I did the taxes, which is great. Obviously, I did because I already got the refund. And over here, I filled in, I was honest, I put it in the calendar on today's date, which is when I actually did the budget for having paid off these bills. And I'll go and circle it in some highlighter like I did that one, just because, you know, I'm whimsical like that. Now, I'm not going to lie and say that I filled in the expense tracker. I don't remember what page it's on because I did not. I haven't. I'm tired. I have other stuff I need to do tonight before I go to bed, and I get up at 4:30 in the morning for work, so it's just not happening tonight. But I promise I will sit down and fill in my expense tracker. I've been really good at it so far, so don't think I'm going to drop the ball with it now out of the blue. No, I mean, I kind of like having it filled out. It just brings like a uniformity to the pages. So there we go. This is the budget for this paycheck, this very, very late paycheck. I hope you guys were much more organized and on the ball with your budget for your paycheck this time than I was, because I was nowhere near prepared. Well, not prepared, just nowhere near getting around to doing it on time. But yeah, I guess that means I will talk to you in a week and a half when the next paycheck is here instead of 2 weeks, because that is just how long I took, people. I hope you guys are all doing well. Stay safe out there. I will talk to you in a week and a half. Bye.